Welcome to another Marvy Math video. In this one, we need to find the values of x and y that will make this equation true. Let's start by dividing both sides by 3, which gives us x to the 5th times y to the 7th on the left and 2,500,000 on the right. Now, since there are factors on the left side of the equation, we want to factor the number on the right side. Let's start by separating all of the zeros, which we can do by writing it as 25 times 100,000. Now let's write each of those factors using exponents. 25 is equal to 5 squared, and 100,000 is equal to 10 to the 5th. Now let's look at the actual values of the exponents of x and y, which are 5 and 7. On the right, we see an exponent of 5, but we do not see a 7. Therefore, let's also factor 10 and write it as 2 times 5. Next, let's apply the exponent of 5 to both 2 and 5. Now we will change the order so that the bases of 5 are next to each other. Then, let's multiply 5 squared and 5 to the 5th, which equals 5 to the 7th. Now the exponents on both sides of the equation match. So we can see that this equation will be true when x equals 2 and y equals 5. So that is one solution. However, we need to look for other solutions because when we are raising numbers to a power, the negative of a solution might also be a solution. So we need to check 3 possibilities. The first is x equals negative 2 and y equals 5. The second is x equals 2 and y equals negative 5. And the third is x equals negative 2 and y equals negative 5. For all 3 of these possibilities, we are only changing the signs of 2 or 5, so we do not need to check the magnitude of each product. That is, we know each product will equal 2,500,000. But that number is positive, so we need to check the resulting sign for each of these possibilities and accept as solutions only those that are positive. To do that, let's go back to the first possibility and substitute the values for x and y into the most recent equation. We know that negative 2 raised to the 5th power will be negative since the power of 5 is odd, and 5 raised to the 7th power will be positive. Then, a negative times a positive is negative, so these values cannot be a solution. Next, let's substitute the values of this second possibility into the equation. 2 to the 5th will be positive, but negative 5 to the 7th is negative. So again, the result will be negative, which means we also have to rule out these values. In the third possibility, both x and y are negative, so when we raise each one of them to an odd power, they will be negative. And a negative times a negative is a positive, so we have found a second solution, which is x equals negative 2 and y equals negative 5. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful.